Well, last major project of the year, and this is a major one. Got a little problem with the gazebo here. We built it about 6 years ago, almost 7 years ago now. And we built it on the ground. Now granted, you know, I'm using 5-quarter deck board, so there is some airspace in there, but still, being in contact with the ground, being underneath all these trees like this, doesn't get much sunlight. And after a heavy rain, you can walk in there and you can smell the mildew. Other problem I got is that because it's on the ground, I got a problem with rats digging holes under it and building a home. So then what I end up with every summer is a damn flea problem. Well, my only option is to raise this thing. And I'm fixing to show you a little bit of redneck ingenuity. Okay, so this is an electric camper jack with the little telescoping leg and the foot on it. They're generally used for leveling out campers. My little slide-in truck camper uses 4 of them, one on each corner, to lift it up so you can drive the truck underneath it and then set it in the bed. Uses a little fancy controller and everything, but truthfully, when you look at the common sense on this, when you have the polarity running, let's say this is right now this is negative and this is positive on this side, well, that will run the foot down, and then all you do is you reverse the polarity to bring the foot back up. So I've got them wired to run down right now, and I fabricated these clips that bolt into the pilings of the gazebo, like so. Of course, I had to modify a couple of them to block them out far enough so that the foot would actually clear the corner of the building. And so, like I said, I've got them on all 4 corners, and they're all hooked up, and I've got it run 2 and 2. So here on the front left and rear left, and then the front right and rear right, with a separate push button for each one, plus inline fuses for each one. So when I push the buttons, and you just seen the building move right there, just the slightest bit. So what I did is, after mounting each one, determining how high the clip needed to be, I took the battery and I applied power to the motor with the plate underneath there, like so. That's 3/8 steel plate. And I indexed it, brought the foot down just enough to move the building, to put some slight pressure on it. And then I went ahead and wired up all 4 of them. See that one there. And I got the other one right here, like so. And all these are bullet connectors that go into these little plugs. So I have not modified the jacks in any way. Like I said, I made brackets for them, and I did not modify the plug. I just made my own plug system for it. So the plan is tomorrow, hopefully, to lift this thing up, and I'm going to raise it up about 2 foot off the ground. And I'm going to get those pyramid blocks, like what you put 4x4s on, that has the notches cut in the top, looks like a little castle. I'll put one at the front and back, and then I'm not sure whether I'm going to go front and back with 1, or do I need to go 2, from the halfway point that way and from the halfway point this way in the center. And the 1 or 2 that go in the middle I'm going to put an additional castle block there, and then on the sides there'll be a castle block there, and I'm going to use 2x10s or 2x12s to basically make joists and then set this building back down on top of it. Each one of these jacks is rated for 2,500 pounds. So that's 10,000 pound total lift capacity. I promise you, this gazebo doesn't weigh 10,000 pounds. And as you can see, 2 walls of it is nothing but screen and clear plastic panels. The roof is tin. It's got foam board insulation in it. You know, I got one solid wall over here that's just T111 plywood. Same thing in the back. And then the floor, 5/4 deck board, and then the framework. So I think the whole thing probably doesn't weigh maybe 3,000 pounds total. So my 10,000 pound lifting capacity should be more than adequate. But tomorrow will be the moment of truth. We'll see how good my rigging is, and we'll see if this thing works. This was the only option, because it was either that or buy several bottle jacks and keep having to run around this thing, and a little bit of pressure on each one, a little bit of pressure on each one, and you know, it wouldn't lift it evenly all at once. And that's kind of what you need for this, so it doesn't tear it apart. Anyway, we'll see how it goes tomorrow.